everybody, what's up and how are you doing? Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Slots. I know it's been a while since I've been doing these episodes consistently, and I started a little bit early because dinner wrapped up way earlier than I thought. So I do want to let you know that if you're watching the replay, that I do recommend skipping to the 3-minute mark after I say my hellos and greetings to everybody. And after 3 minutes, I'll be starting and then for the next 10 minutes, I'll be getting into the subject of which I'll be discussing what happens when someone tells you to up your bet or what to bet to win a jackpot. Hey TL Slots, hey Secret Slots, hey Simon, I finally made it this time. I'm so glad to see you. Hey TL Slots, so good to see you. In case you're wondering, well, I had corn on the cob with pico de mayo with pico sauce, and I also had jalapeno poppers for dinner. After the show, I'm eating stuffed potatoes, and I'm also eating a whole bunch of I forgot what the name was, but I think it's gonna be absolutely delicious. I'm in stuffed potato skins. So I'm curious what's everybody been up to lately. For me, I just got home from attending the Tennessee protests regarding human rights. And I do want to let you know that the protest did not happen in full capacity due to recent events, but I did partake in like a miniaturized version of the protest with the radical fairies and the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. So that's what I have been up to lately. Hey Gamble B Slots and Mom. Well, since I do see a few people in the chat already, I'm going to start diving into the show in just like one more minute. So I do want to let you know that I am now part of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. I will not tell you what house I'm in for privacy reasons, but I'm in one of the houses, and I ended up joining the Sisters because I've met them at the RH drag show back in January 2023. So alright, so let's get started with this show. Now, for the first 10 minutes, I will be discussing the topic at hand, which is what happens when someone tells you to up your bet, or what you should be betting to win a jackpot, or even what slot machine should you even play if you want to have an increased chance of winning a jackpot. So I do want to say, so 1 second, oh darn, I lost my spot again. Oh my gosh, the train left Dawn Station again. Well, the big question is, do you listen to the people who say, I know I'm repeating myself again, but do you listen to the people who say up your bet to win a machine, up your bet if you want to have a better chance of winning at the machine? Do you listen to them? Well, I do want to preface this video that this video is not intended to bash anyone, but rather offer my critique of this subject which falls under the fair use laws in the United States of America. So please, if you know who I am referring to, I do discourage anyone going to the channel and leaving mean-spirited comments. What I do encourage is critical thinking and asking questions regarding perspectives, including mine. Also, thank you so much, Gabble B Slots, for the $50 super chat. Hello, Simon, and here's my first installment. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Maureen. Hey, 2 P's in the pod slots. 2 P's in the pod slots. Alright, so here we go. Let's get into the subject. As you may know, a slot machine is completely random. As you may know, a slot machine is completely random. It does not care if you are the president of the United States or a stay-at-home artist. It does not care how much money you or the previous person dumped into it. It does not care on what your last bet was or if you upped it. In fact, a slot machine does not take your previous spin into account when you hit spin reels. But what happens when someone tells you that a slot machine is not random at all? In fact, one content creator tells the audience to always pay attention to what other people around you are betting. Initially, this sounds like a decent strategy at face value. The idea is that you should match someone else's betting strategy if the person appears to be winning, and that your machine will perform the exact same way. For example, if someone is betting $5 on Buffalo Gold and you're betting $1, you may be tempted to change things up so to bet $5 to see if you see that person hitting bonuses. Of course, upon doing so, you may get lucky and win a little something. Most likely, you will think, wow, I changed my bet and boy, my machine is on fire! That bet must really, really pay out. Unfortunately, slot machines work independently from each other, which we'll touch on later. Your neighbor's machine does not influence what your machine does, even if they're server-based. Each machine runs on its own random number generator cycle, which produces the real results. Yes, it is still tempting to try your neighbor's bets. However, you will receive different results since your wins are based on what you hit when you hit the spin button, not your bet size or what machine you play. As I mentioned earlier, you may get lucky after hitting your neighbor's bet. It is easy to assume that a machine pays out better at a certain bet if you're winning, or that certain denominations in air quotes unlock a machine's payout potential. Your bias may assume, well, people were betting pennies on a machine all day. Maybe if I up my denomination to 5 cents, that machine will pay out. Not true. I nearly fell for this trick myself. The random number generator cannot tell if you change your bet. Sometimes the machine seems to pay out on a different denomination because you just got very, very lucky with your timing when it comes to stopping the random number generator on a winning combination. Well, if you're actually curious if you want to test this theory out for yourself, well, I do encourage you and your friend to try this theory out for yourself if your bankroll allows. Sit down at 2 identical machines, bet the same for 10 to 15 spins, and see what happens. You may get really, really lucky more often than not. One of you may get a bonus, and your friend may not get anything. If you want, I'll experiment myself with 2 machines during a live stream. Let me know in the comments if you actually want me to sit down at 2 machines, play 2 machines at once, and see if upping the bet affects the other machine. Just because that's a theory that keeps going around and around and around. And honestly, when I keep hearing that theory, I'm like, that is a really dangerous territory because I've actually seen people comment on some videos saying, well, thank you so much, such and such creator. I'm going to bring $500 to Bellagio, Las Vegas. I'm going to be betting $5 a spin, and I'm going to be getting myself a free Bellagio room, which in my opinion is actually a very tragic reality because that person will keep on assuming they have to keep upping the bet, or to keep on doing, or to keep doing that, or they up the bet, or to play a machine, or do it, or play or bet the exact same way as somebody tells them to. Then they'll have an increased chance of winning. That person may very well likely keep going to the ATM and withdrawing money, thinking that any second they will be able to win back their losses. That is honestly a very sad reality. And also I did hear, and also in my previous live stream, someone did made a comment that said, well, did ask one of my slot speak guests saying, well, I saw this such and such creator recommend to bet dollars over quarters because dollars pay more. And And what's really sad about that comment right there, not sad towards the person, but rather sad towards the idea behind the comment, is that the idea that higher bets have higher odds, which is not necessarily true. And even if they did, your odds of winning are so slim that it does not matter if you're betting 5 cents or $25 on the spin. That is how slim, that is how unimpactful the payout percentage is when it comes to return to players, because that payout percentage is dictated by a million spins rather than just a few consecutive spins. So that is a really huge misconception right there. And I do know that one person did say, one content creator is preaching to play on higher bets, which I'm actually finding disturbing within itself. I'm not saying names, but I find it extremely disturbing, because there are people who may usually bet pennies, but would say, "Oh my gosh, this creator is saying to bet dollars, so I'm going to try betting dollars," because the idea behind this concept, I did hear this earlier, is that casinos, in theory, casinos tend to set their slot machines, the high limit slot machines, at a 96 or 99% payout, rather than the 95% payout found on penny slot machines. Even if that were true, so I'm kind of rambling, but even if I get really heated when it comes to this, even if that were true, guess what? The payout percentage, which is that 96% number, 99% money, that amount is accounted for millions of spins, rather than a single session. So please be very, very, very wary if someone keeps preaching to try betting dollars over a low denomination or such and such denomination. That is what I honestly find disturbing within itself, and I'll be doing a deeper dive into that. Also, let's get back to what the video says. Let's get back to what the subject is about. Well, another content creator says, also encourages people to walk around banks of machines and listen for jackpots, bonuses, and wins. They note that the more active machines or sections, they also note that more active machines or sections of the casino tend to pay better. Sounds good? Nope. Yeah, remember what I just told you. A slot machine is completely random. The only thing dictating your win is the random number generator that generates the real combination when it comes to the smack of the plastic spin button. In fact, you cannot tell if the outcome of the fall. In fact, you cannot tell the outcome of the following spin by looking at the previous spin if you happen to gain access to the machine's histogram, or even if a slot tech tells you so. Same logic that applies to a roulette table. The dealer cannot manipulate the ball, and the same applies to slot techs too. They are unable to tamper or predict the machine's randomness without landing themselves into probably huge legal trouble. I go into more detail in my previous video, Slot Tech Exposed, which I will link in the description. And for the machine itself, it cannot tell if other people around it are winning. Not even if the casino staff can crank up a machine's payout percentage on the fly to match the other machines around it. Also, your bias most likely plays a major role in assuming that more people are winning in a certain area. Noise often grabs your attention, so you ignore a bunch of quiet machines in the same bank. You may ignore the fact that only 3 of the 20 machines in the air courts are paying the player. All that big beautiful wind noise may just reflect a very measly payout. Well, before I continue into the next section, let's say hi to some people. That's right, Melinda. Yes, random does win. Hi, Loriana. Hey, Barbara C. Melinda says, I got lucky one time. I accidentally hit $12.50 instead of the end spin button, and I won $3,500. Woo! On a 10-cent denomination. That is very lucky, and that's a prime example of why slot machines are so luck based rather than observation based. Even if a casino could rig the machine to be observation based, more people would instantly catch on to the idea that a machine that certain machines pay at certain times, and and people would swarm these machines. They'd be talked about on social media, Instagram, I meant to say on casino forums, and just about anywhere on the online world. If casinos did that, people would flock to that casino, and the casino would most likely lose a good chunk of profit, which is actually something that casino does not want to do because it is a business. Quadzu says, my experience is that the random number generator makes it harder to get a winning combination on higher bets. That can definitely be a very valid experience, especially since, in my experience too, lower bets tend to have better odds for me, and that's why I like betting in the 10 cents range. That's why I like betting smaller bets. I do realize that it's just very experience and perceptual based rather than scientifically based, but your experience is definitely very valid. Hey, Secret Thoughts. Hey, Yoang, good to see you. How you doing, everybody? All right, so I just raised this. I just had the biggest brain thought ever. I forgot to address what I was going to talk about in the title of this video. Got really sidetracked. I know. I forgot to address exactly what the title of the video is about. Is the title says, I up my bet from 5 cents to $25 and I won the jackpot. On the same note, based off this video's title, you may jump to the conclusion that higher bets mean bigger bonuses if you see others landing jackpots with larger bets. In fact, that is a misconception that is the heart of today's video. As a gambler, you may have heard somewhere, come on, up your bet. I up my bet from $5 to $25 and I landed my first hand pay jackpot. Side note, a hand pay is a taxable win amount which exceeds $1,200 in United States dollars. This means that this perception actually comes from the idea that the higher you bet, the more money you will win if you do get lucky enough to win. Like, for example, if you're betting $25 on Dragon Link, you have increased odds of reaching that $1,200 threshold, rather than if you're betting 50 cents, it would require you to get a mini jackpot, a maxed out major, some really huge orbs on the screen for you to even get to that $1,000 threshold, which is extremely rare on a very low bet. So that is why I get very skeptical whenever I hear somebody say, come on, just up your bets. Come on, just keep upping your bet because you're going to get like a hand pay. In reality, as you up your bet, you increase your multipliers and you increase your line multipliers, if you know what I mean. And when that does happen, your odds of getting to that $12,000 gets closer and closer together. Like, for example, if somebody was betting so let's say somebody's betting $250 spins on Dragon Link in Las Vegas, in the area Las Vegas, that person, all it takes is two matching symbols to get $12,000 win. Meanwhile, somebody playing that same game, I know I'm repeating myself like a broken record, but I really got to hammer this in because of all the misconceptions and because the fact that people are spreading these actually actively trying to get people to increase their bankrolls, increase their bets, just for the sake of winning a jackpot, which I honestly find downright disturbing and pretty disgusting if I got to be really honest with all of you. So that's the end of my little ramble here. Does anybody have any questions, or would you like to talk about anything else? We can just kind of relax and ask any questions you want. Hey DJ, good to see you. What's up? We just got done talking about the idea of how people the dangers of people saying to up your bet, what machine to play, And for example, I do remember hearing through the grapevine that somebody was telling this other channel to play this game. I think it was either Top Dollar, I can't remember, to try playing Top Dollar or maybe Pinball. And they were literally suggesting that to play these like 3-year-old machines that to have a better odds of winning. I cannot remember the exact logic or the exact reasoning, but I do realize that is a fallacy right there because it's a fallacy to assume, or if you hear this information, that 3-year-old machines pay better because casinos tend to set them up to pay more than video slot machines, which honestly is a complete lie. I have to say it's most likely, I'm 99% sure it is a complete lie, because when it comes to setting a machine, a casino must follow state regulations about the lowest payout they can set to a player. They can set on the machine for the return to player. And additionally, it's not worth the casino's time and effort to go through every machine or to go through the video machines and the real machines and say, all right, for the real machines, that's going to be 99% payout. All right, for the video machines, that's going to be 85% payout, or whatever the payout percentage is, because that'd be a waste of a casino's time. And in the long term, like I did say earlier, over 1 million spins, that will not make any difference towards the average player. Hey Maria, good to see you. Oh my gosh, I see you put cheese on the background and I love it. This is Maria. It seems that at casinos that you have to raise your wagers and bets. You're right about that. Well, I do want to say that sometimes it can be fun to raise your wager and bet, but other times, especially if somebody's trying to tell you. But if you like some people, not people, but if you keep hearing, but it definitely does get into like the dangerous territory. If somebody's like, no, you need to up your bet. You need to up your bet. Especially if you do not feel comfortable upping your bet, or especially if you're really sticking to your bankroll, that is where the dangers do come in. Melinda says, no need to up your bet to win. One on Dragon Link on a 60-cent bet for $22. Woo! Awesome. $200, $500 on a 1-cent denomination. Super duper awesome right there. Big beautiful win. That's what you're talking about here. No need to up your bet. That's amazing right there. That's exactly what I'm trying to hammer home. Exactly what I'm trying. That's exact spirit of the show. It's the idea that you can low roll, and that even if you're low rolling, you get a chance of winning. You still can win. Barbara C says, I just tell them to play like that. Maria does say, I am a low roll and I do not win like that often. Definitely machines have gotten a lot more volatile, meaning that machines have paid out, meaning that manufacturers have geared towards making machines that pay you out really huge sometimes, but lack the little tiny like payouts. Like for example, Dragon Link, a very volatile machine. You don't get very many small payouts, but when you get payout, you tend to get payout a nice size of your bet, which I really like about that game if I had to play it. And then also do notice that on older games like Buffalo, the reason why I can sustain a $5 bankroll for 15 minutes at a time is just because of like how small and frequent the payouts are. You very rarely get large payouts on that game, from what I can tell, don't quote me on this, but you can like on that old school Buffalo, you get a lot of small frequent wins, which is why I love playing that game, and that's exactly why I love playing that game. Melinda says that's extremely right. Good luck, everybody, and just have fun. Woo! That's exactly what gambling is about. Just sitting back having fun, and letting the good times roll. Hey, Melbourne Slots, good to see you. For those who just came in, we're just now in the chatting portion of the stream, and I do recommend rewinding to the first 10 minutes of this video if you wish to hear what we discussed about today in details. We're just taking questions, just chilling right now, and just having a good time. So, I'm curious. Maria says, I am planning to go to Yamava Casino for my birthday this month. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Woo! So I'm curious, what games do you hope to play? And I remember my very first visit to Yamava, just how fun it was. I was in Yamava. Oh my gosh! I almost forgot. No way! Oh my gosh! I almost forgot that Kino Nation is next weekend, 7 days away. Oh my gosh, it's coming up. See you next weekend too. It's gonna be an absolute blast. I'm curious, what games would you like to play next weekend? And also, Maria, for your Yamava birthday trip, I remember my very first time in Yamava, just how absolutely huge it was. I couldn't believe my eyes when I walked in with my friend Mary, my friends Mary and Debbie. We walked in, and we were like, whoa, that is huge. One of the world's largest casinos, but I do think that Windsor is still the largest casino. I just couldn't believe the sheer size of Yamava, and that it had not one, but 2 gaming floors and a VIP lounge. It was one of the most beautiful casinos I've been into, and it had 3 high limit rooms, which was absolutely amazing. That is right, Kino Nation. Woo! Kino Nation 5, yes, Kino Nation 5. Let's go. That's right. Oh my gosh, DJ, I'm so excited to meet you. I'm so excited to meet all of you. See all of you and have a good time. That's going to be an absolute blast. See you back next week, DJ. Let's see what games we should play. I'm thinking we should play some old school WMS, IGT. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the names of games I want to play. Definitely Cleopatra Kino with James Spitzer Cash Out. I also really want to play at the Palms Casino. What I really want to play is I want to try my luck again. I know it's kind of redundant, but I want to try my luck again on the Brian Christopher Pop Pay Machine, and I want to see if I can get one of the top jackpots. Melinda says Yamava is beautiful and huge. That is right. It is really huge. It's really huge. And I do know that the big jackpot at one point, I was actually there with Ingy, Mr. Mike, the Roger at Yamava. They sat down at the pop and play machine. And they got themselves one of the top rocket jackpots. It's called the rocket jackpot, I believe. They got themselves one of the rocket jackpots betting high limit, and it was like a really big sight to see. All right, Jamio says low rolling in Washington State does not work. Our denominations are garbage as well. We get these 1 to 2 cent denomination machines, and the R's are dragon themed animations you cannot even pronounce. That really does suck. To hear. That some states have games that are so volatile that when you play them, they're not fun at all, which really does suck. And also, I really do notice that manufacturers are just making the games geared towards the idea of the fact that people like getting these really big instant gratification wins rather than sitting at the machine and just hitting the spin button and enjoying the time. It just really sucks to see. I honestly do not like the current trend of the machines going towards more volatility rather than giving small wins throughout the session, because small wins throughout the session really makes the bankroll last, and rather than just eating up all your money, even if you are trying to low roll. All right, Jamio says low rolling in Washington State does not work. Our denominations are garbage as well. We get these 1 to 2 cent denomination machines, and the R's are dragon themed animations you cannot even pronounce. That really does suck. To hear. Hey, the Magician's Casino, good to see you. What's up? I really like your profile picture. Who did it? If you don't mind me asking. Melvin Slots says James Fisher cash out. Quick Honey Slots, Big Daddy Kino, they'll all be there. Bob will see. Hey Slot Wild, good to see you. What's up? And how are things going for you and your cause? Bob C says go to Fremont time. Definitely got to go to the Fremont Street experience. I absolutely love how close the casinos are and just how friendly everybody is downtown. I just really enjoy all the old school machines. Oh my gosh, you're cracking me up again. Bob C, we'll create the Fremont experience in Melvin's room. Don't tell nobody because it's gonna be a Fremont Street experience. When the thumb goes up, you know where I'm going with that. I don't even know where I'm going with that actually. I just had to throw that in. Oh, good to see you too, Slot Royal. I can't wait to visit you, and I can't wait to see your car shop in person. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Also, Slot Royal, I would love to have you on as a Slot Speak guest. So let me know if you ever want to do Slot Speak in the next month, and I would love to have you on. All right. So I'm curious, what goes on in Melvin's room? And also, I do know that Kino Nation 5 is gonna be an absolute blast. I cannot wait to meet everybody. And Melvin Slot says, DJ, please behave. That's a really good call. We should all behave or try to behave. Because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, allegedly. Oh, we try to keep it in Vegas. You never know with the internet these days. It's honestly the wild, wild west. Alright. Slot Secrets MP says, yeah, Simon, I have not been there for a lot of years. I'm going to be excited going there. It's a lot more slot machines, and I get to recode. I already have confirmation to recode at the Yamaval Casino. Woo! I'm so happy to hear that you can record at the Yamaval Casino. They're super nice people, and they let NJ slot. Fun fact: I learned this from the Rhino Man show. But to let NJ slot guy in with a giant tripod, he was like, "Hey, can I come in and record at Yamaval?" Of course, and Yamaval was like, "Sure, come on in, and you can record." It was such a cool story to hear. I definitely recommend watching that episode with Rhino Man show because there's like a lot of good stories in there. Slotwire is asking when are you all going to Vegas? I'll be in Las Vegas from April 14th to April 17th. On April 17th, I fly back early so that I can get straight to work at the boutique shop. The Magician Casino says, Yamava is great. I haven't been there yet, but I have permission to record. I am so happy to hear the Magician's Casino that you have permission to record at Yamava. And I would really love to do a Yamava meetup with all of you. Alright. Jamio says, yeah, it does, but I just scrolling my casino. It has way higher denominations and way better slot titles along with Muckleshot Casino. That is really good to hear. That have better titles. And I definitely enjoy playing titles I recognize and titles I know that would just pay me out slowly over time rather than just pay me in huge lumps. Oh my gosh, Slot Royal, I would love to meet you. If you can make it to Vegas, please let me know immediately. And I would love to, and I cannot wait to finally meet you. That'd be a dream come true. DG says, Yamava, you can record and go live, no problem. That's correct. You can just go right in, get your camera out, and just start going live. as long as I believe you don't film anybody else but you and your machine, and you can have a good time there. I remember my very first live stream at Yamaval. I was with Mary and Debbie, my friends Mary and Debbie, and we were with my friends Mary and Debbie, and we were just sitting there. All of a sudden, what happened was we were just chilling. We were just like getting there ready for my live stream. Mary's like, well, let's go get a giant pretzel. So of course we got a giant pretzel. The pretzel was the size of my head. And I just remember doing my live stream, getting all hyped up, talking about how the buffalo needs Red Bull, and just getting everything woke up. Then I remember at the very end of my stream, here's the machine. I'm like eating my pretzel like that. That's one of my fondest memories from Yamaval. Oh, thank you, Lorena. Have fun in Vegas, y'all, and good luck to all of you. Well, that was my very first live stream at Yamaval. I also really enjoy going. I also hear that the Palms is really good because they're owned by the same people, which I'm very excited about. All right, let's see. Does anybody have any other questions or would like to keep talking? Because I would definitely like to keep talking. Yeah, just relaxing here. And recently, and today I spent my day setting up for my Easter live stream. I got all the Easter eggs, got all the Easter grass, and if you are a channel member, you got to see a sneak peek of it. So my Easter stream is going to happen on Sunday. I'm also going to be getting myself a bunch of Easter eggs to dye. And I'm also looking forward to the Easter Bunny to come because I know the Easter Bunny is going to be delivering a bunch of nice treats. I'm so excited for the Easter Bunny, honestly. And I also really enjoy doing Easter egg hunts and dyeing my own Easter eggs. So that's what we're going to be doing on Sunday during my live stream. Is not dyeing the eggs themselves, but rather just doing live all requests, but instead of on paper and pencil, we're doing them on Easter eggs. So that's going to be my new Easter tradition. Does anybody have any Easter traditions or anything they like to do for Easter? For me, I used to go to church, go to a little Easter party, and unfortunately that tradition fell to the wayside when I grew older. That is so cool, Quadzu, that you dye golf balls. That actually be a lot of fun to do. Dye a bunch of golf balls and just leave them scattered around the golf course for when the golfers come in. And then they see a bunch of colored golf balls and they are like, whoa, what did the Easter Bunny just come down? If I was a golfer and I saw that, I would believe that magic happened, and I'd be like the happiest golfer I'd be like the happiest golfer ever if I saw a bunch of dyed golf balls on the golf court. And also, I remember this one Easter where I got this magical fairy set. It had this scroll, and it had this little Pixie Hollow fairy from the Disney Pixie Hollow fairy series. And I just remember just seeing it, just waking up to that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so special. I just couldn't believe I had that fairy set. So we went to a new church that day called Unity Temple. When we got to that church, they had this tradition called Peace on Earth, where we all held hands in a circle. And I remember during the peace circle, I was holding on to the fairy's hand, and the other person next to me, I was 9 at the time, held on to the other fairy's hand. It was back in 2009. Held on to the other fairy's hand. We sang the song "Let There Be Peace on Earth," and poof, the fairy disappeared. We never saw the fairy again or ever found it. So that was really, really strange. And also, DJ says, we can do a mini group poll if we happen to run into each other in Vegas. That'd be so much fun for the two of you. And also, DJ, I can't wait to do a group poll with you. That is so cool, Quadzu. I remember Easter in church was very popular because they gave away kites. That is, wow. That must have been so much fun. And it must have been an absolute thrill for everybody they get a kite of their own. Absolutely amazing. And also, Gambry Slots, thank you so much for the super chat. Super chat from Olio, which I unfortunately lost. Oh, thank you so much, Gambry Slots. Sorry, number like. It's just so cool to think about how churches, they give away little trinkets on Easter. One of my fondest church memories was, that's my DJ, woo! One of my fondest church memories was back in 2007. I was in the church preschool with my friend Max. I think it was my friend Max. I forgot the exact name. But it was like with like one of my childhood church friends, I believe, named Max. And we were like, well, and me and Max, we were both in the preschool. We were both in the preschool. So we went into the preschool room. Nobody was there. I was so confused. As an autistic individual, I don't like changes. So I was like, hey, what the heck's going on? Where's the Sunday school teacher? Where's everybody? Of course. And I later found out that everybody was upstairs, so I scurried upstairs, and that was a bunch of Easter baskets, Easter candy all laid out on the table. And I was like, oh my gosh, no way, Jose. We get to make our own Easter baskets. And I found it to be one of the coolest things, most confusing but coolest things ever. Because I never made an Easter basket before. I always thought the bunny would only make the Easter baskets. Rudy K is asking, when are you going to do some amazing art, Simon? I can't get back to doing art when I can get myself a tripod again. Unfortunately, I lost my tripod and it's nowhere to be found. I've looked everywhere. Nowhere. Oops, I saw a little moth fluttering behind me. Nope. Just a flower painting. Whoops, pointing the wrong way. Sorry if you're watching this on the TV because we're going on like some selfies. Where I keep swiveling this camera thingy around. So that was my Easter tradition. And that was one of my fondest church memories. That's right, Cartoon. Let's go fly our kite up above the stratosphere into the universe. Woo! Mary Poppins style. Because life is a balloon, fill it with air, and a tune will come out. Mary Poppins returns. Because Mary Poppins will somehow, hopefully, return for a third movie. Oh no, I'm so sorry, everybody. Everybody was falling backwards. Ah, no, I'm sorry. Alright, Cartoon is asking, where did you leave your tripod? I left my tripod at one of my roommate's house. Unfortunately, I do think it got broken and it got lost somewhere. I'm not sure what's going on. Not sure how it disappeared, but I'm going to ask to see if we can look a second time. Well, that's like the last place I saw my tripod. Oh no, what's going on? Alright. Yeah, unfortunately this sucked. I can't find my tripod. And I'm definitely gonna be looking on eBay and Amazon for another tripod so I can resume my art streams. And also, I do want to thank all the channel members. Do a huge shout out to all our channel members, which is really appreciated. And also, I do want to shout out our Patreon, Joe Jenkins. So thank you so much, Joe Jenkins. I unfortunately cannot memorize the entire list of channel members, but I really do want to do something for them. Do something very special for all the channel members. This is my idea. If you're already a channel member, please, I will make a community post with my email address so I can send you a personalized piece of artwork. Because I definitely would love to make something to appreciate all of you and all your time. Two-legged tripod. It's only 3% off. Oh my gosh, two-legged tripods. How do you get a two-legged tripod to stand? 33% off. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, 33% off. Oh my gosh. Well, Does anybody have any other questions? I know we just got a little rambling tonight. So does anybody have any other questions before I? You got me. You seriously got me. For a second when you said two-legged tripods, I'm like, oh my gosh, no way, 33% off. Let's go. Let's do that. Let's get that tripod. Oh my gosh. You had me fooled. You had me tricked them into say. Oh my gosh. Right. The illusion of tripods. Imagine if they made a tripod out of hair. That'd be honestly a little gross. Oh my gosh. Why do I, why? Well, does anybody have any other questions besides, does anybody have any other questions about two-legged tripod or anything else about life? Because I know it's getting to the hour, approaching an hour, and I do want to keep the show to an hour, just so in case people do want to rewatch the entire show and question silliness and all. Perfume. Oh my gosh. My friend has this perfume called Viva Las Vegas. Let's see. It's a moisturizer and moisturizer body lotion, and it's Viva Las Vegas. So I got just like some Viva Las Vegas body lotion. Don't you even start. I can tell where this can go very easily. Don't even start. And also the thing that really excites me about Las Vegas the most is the views. Is what excites me the most is the view. Is the views, and is the view. Is like the balcony view from the Cosmopolitan, and just being in front of the Bellagio fountains, hearing all these Las Vegas songs going off, especially "Luck Be a Lady" and any Frank Sinatra music. Lately, I've just been listening to like Frank Sinatra nonstop because I just been in love with like the melodies, and it always reminds me of being in Las Vegas. Slot Secrets is asking, who has the 33% two-legged tripods? I'm asking the same question, and I'll keep asking that in every single one of my licenses until I get a two-legged tripod, or until I can figure out where I can find that two-legged tripod. That mystery will always elude me now. And speaking of it, my friend is gonna be having a garage sale tomorrow, so I'm gonna be looking to see if they have a two-legged tripod. And also thank you so much, Danielle, for the $1 super chat. Woo! Thank you so much. Woo! Thank you so much. Really appreciated. Quadzu says, I've never seen that show in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh. I'm just reading I just got another message. Quadzu says, Well, addressing Quadzu's message. Well, addressing Quadzu, that's actually called the Bellagio Fountain Show. The Bellagio has a giant fountain outside. That shoots out giant water jets. One water jet can shoot out 10,000 gallons of water, and they actually use jet engines for the water's propulsion. So so they use water. So they use a jet. So they use 3 jet engines, and also they use and that's how they propel the water. And Secret Sauce says, "Sai, you're so right, man. I didn't know what I was thinking. Maybe because you got me dizzy and that feeling, haha. Yeah, but I think I got everybody a little dizzy tonight. Whoopsie doopsies. Alright, Maria says, maybe you can draw Maybe you can draw one of them on your sketches and see how it works. Alright, let's draw a two-legged tripod. Hang out, everybody. We're flipping this camera thingy around if we can get this thing to work, because StreamYard is really stubborn. So here's a two-legged tripod. Here's leg number 1. I bet it would need some sticky glue at the bottom of it. Here's leg number 2. And here's your phone. So I present to you the two-legged tripod. There it is, your two-legged tripod. Or tripod. Because we tried to make a tripod. No pun intended. I would really love to meet you, Maria. It's really great to talk to you in person. I would so love to meet you. That'd be absolutely amazing. Let's flip the camera around so more people can see I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here. I just lost that train of thought. But why am I losing all my train of thought today? That's right, there's a two-legged tripod. And also thank you so much. Woo! For the $2 super sticker. Woo! Thank you so much. Super duper appreciated. The tripod. We definitely gotta try that tripod. See if it works. Not next live stream, we're gonna be building a two-legged tripod. We're gonna be building a two-legged tripod. I'm not sure what we're gonna be using for our building materials, but I bet we're gonna be using some PVC, some wood, whatever we got here. Stick it together, make ourselves a tripod. Looks like somebody's at the dome. Not sure who it is. Secret Salt says, 3. I think we should add an extra leg to this equation. 1 second. Alright, nothing. Alright, false alarm. Sorry, what did you say? Sorry, what did you say? Who's here?
Not for you, sorry.
Alright. Thought somebody was here, but I guess that was a false alarm. So we got a few more minutes to chat, then I'll call it a night. So let's add a leg. Let's add another leg to this tripod. A 3-legged tripod. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 3-legged tripod. Here it is. Alright, there you go, 3-legged tripod. Well, I actually tried live streaming with a 2-legged tripod. Now I got a 3-legged tripod. I can't wait to play most slot machines. I can't wait to Las Vegas. Put the $5 bills, some nice crispy $5 bills into the slot machines. Sit down, play the slot machine, and see what happens. I'm just beyond excited for Kino Nation. Super duper hyped up. Thank you so much, Quad Zoo. Well, I do want to thank everybody for being here. I hope you have an absolutely great night tonight. And I can't wait to see you all around for the next live stream, which is going to happen on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about why slot machine coasters are garbage. And we're going to be talking about the dangers of believing somebody who wants you to buy their slot machine coast. So I hope to see you all around next week. See you around. Bye-bye. And Slot While. Oh, shoot. I was going to say the Slot While. Whoops, God, just remember what I was going to say. Well, I do want to say Thank you everybody for being here. And any slot channels who want to be on my show or who wish to be on my show slot speak, definitely let me know. And I'd love to interview all of you. So anybody who wants to be on slot speak, let me know. You don't have to be a slot channel. You can be anybody. You're very welcome, everybody. Have a great night. Bye-bye.